In the distant reaches of the galaxy, the once great planet of Zorath was now a battleground. The Zorathians, known for their impressive technological advancements and formidable military, found themselves on the brink of annihilation. The Terran Alliance, a coalition of several alien races, had mounted a relentless siege on their homeworld. The Zorathian Grand Council, composed of their most esteemed leaders, sat in a war room filled with tension and despair. The holographic projections of the battlefield showed their fleets scattered, their defenses crumbling under the relentless assault. The situation was dire, their shields were failing, and their armies were dwindling. In a moment of desperation, they made a decision that was both unprecedented and humiliating. "We need to call in the humans," said Grand Marshal Zorathis, his voice heavy with defeat. "Our last hope is the Terran military." The room fell silent. For years, the Zorathians had dismissed humanity as a primitive species, their technology and military prowess considered laughably inadequate compared to the galactic powers. The idea of turning to them for help was seen as a sign of utter desperation. Meanwhile, on the outskirts of the battlefield, the Terran Alliance was readying its forces. The humans, despite their reputation for unpredictability, were known for their extraordinary resilience and ingenuity. As the call for assistance was received, a squadron of Terran warships, led by the infamous Admiral James Carter, prepared for a mission that would either mark their greatest triumph or their most significant failure. Admiral Carter was a legend among humans, a grizzled veteran whose exploits were the stuff of galactic folklore. His ship, the USS Valor, was renowned for its devastating firepower and unmatched tactical capabilities. As the fleet jumped into hyperspace, Carter reviewed the situation on the Zorathian front. "All right, team, listen up," Carter said, his voice steady and commanding. "We're going to show these aliens what humans are made of. The Zorathians are counting on us, and I don't plan to let them down." As the human fleet emerged from hyperspace, they were met with scenes of chaos. The Zorathian forces were in disarray, their once mighty warships now vulnerable and exposed. The Terran ships moved with precision, their weapons systems coming online with a menacing hum. The Zorathians watched in stunned silence as the humans deployed their advanced technology. The USS Valor led the charge, its cannons blazing with a fury that turned the tide of battle. The Terran ships executed maneuvers that were both innovative and ruthless, exploiting every weakness in the Zorathian defenses. Admiral Carter's strategy was simple but effective, use the element of surprise and overwhelming force to dismantle the enemy's command structure. His tactics were a blend of audacious raids and calculated strikes designed to disorient and crush the opposition. The Zorathians had underestimated the humans. What was supposed to be a last-ditch effort turned into a display of human might and ingenuity. The Terran fleet tore through the enemy lines, their relentless assault pushing the Zorathians back and reclaiming lost ground. Amid the chaos, Grand Marshal Zorathis watched in disbelief as the tide of battle shifted dramatically. His once proud forces were now on the defensive, their ships falling one by one. The humans, whom he had once thought of as insignificant, were proving to be an unstoppable force. As the battle neared its climax, the Zorathian Grand Council convened once more. Desperation had turned to resignation as they faced the undeniable truth. The humans had turned the battle in their favor. The once dismissed species had not only saved their planet, but had done so with a prowess that had shaken the very foundation of Zorathian arrogance. With their defenses in tatters and their fleet in retreat, the Zorathians were forced to surrender. Admiral Carter's fleet emerged victorious, having delivered the decisive blow that ended the siege. In the aftermath of the battle, the Zorathians were left to reckon with their preconceived notions about humanity. The once mocked species had not only proved their worth, but had done so in a way that would forever alter the balance of power in the galaxy. The Terran Alliance had shown that even in the darkest of times, there was no force as resilient and formidable as humanity. The Zorathians, humbled and grateful, offered their thanks to the human victors. The galaxy now knew a new truth. Never underestimate the power of those you deem insignificant, for the most unexpected heroes can emerge in the face of dire need. As the human fleet returned to their own territories, Admiral Carter's reputation was solidified even further. The story of how they turned the tide of a losing battle into a stunning victory became one of the greatest tales of valor and ingenuity in galactic history.